Okay, guys, Texas Lives Matter is here with Frank Lopez Jr. at the Eagle Pass POEs, and we're going to give you a little bit of view of what we see from where we're at here. This is Frank's new sign that all of us need to be down here and carrying now. You know, this is getting ridiculous, folks. I mean, this is nothing but Abbott's eye candy. That's what it is. It's nothing but his eye candy. If we get down there where we can get good film of it being his eye candy, they're not going to allow that. They hold us back right away. You know, over here, this is a public boat ramp, okay? Right down to there on the river, okay? You can't get through there for them stopping you and hassling you about why you want to go to the boat ramp. Well, you know, used to come here quite often. Nobody ever asked me what I was doing down here. Now it's like a police state. You know, the invaders, they hold their hand, they wipe their nose, they powder their tush, and we walk up and they get on us like, well, you know, you've seen it. Frank showed you this morning.
Yep.
But, you know, guys, what are we doing? No, let me put it like this. What are we not doing? We're not doing what we need to be doing. You know, and if every one of these law enforcement guys out here, if every one of them believe the same way that we do, and we didn't show up to let them know how we feel about it, why should they move? Why should they stand up? You know, why should they take a chance on giving their job up if they don't think that we're gonna back them up? If it's not important to us, why should it be important to them? I honestly believe that's the way they're thinking. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's very important to me. It's very important to Frank Lopez Jr. And he and I, when it comes to this, we're joined at the hip and brothers from a different mother. And that's just the way it is. And we're going to fight this one way or another, sometimes together, sometimes we'll be apart, but we're going to keep fighting. And it sure would be nice to have some help. And I don't mean keyboard warriors, I mean show up help.
Yeah, we got a whole what has also happened out of this, Wyatt, we got folks that are getting their grifters, man. I have no other word for it. Grifters, people that are trying to capitalize off of this in some form or another. Of course, the NGOs, the cartels, crooked politicians, they're making money. We have our fellow Americans also coming down and making a big noise. And it's to get money, to make money off this. But the question is, the whole time, what are we going to do about this invasion? Our government has turned against us. Our government is enabling this, from the feds down to the city level. They're all enabling this, man. And this is our home. This is our future. And they're using our tax dollars. They're breaking our backs with all these taxes that they're taking away from us, and they're funding this invasion. So there comes a point where just Texans have to say enough is enough. This is our home, and it's a shame. It is to our shame that this is being allowed to happen, and we Texans, I mean, dude, I know this is not much. I know this is not much, Wyatt, but what do we do, man? What do we do? You know, that's why I've been honestly asking people to pray and ask God to ask him, what do righteous people, what do righteous men of God do when their home is being invaded and people from foreign lands with foreign gods and foreign ideologies are being allowed to flood into our country? Look at Europe and the way it was overwhelmed. It is no longer a Christian Europe. And that is what they're trying to do to America.
I agree. I agree. Yep, I tell you, folks. You know that I keep thinking in my mind that song, "Just Give It Away." You know, that's what we're doing. We're just giving it away.
Yeah.
I mean, we are, honest to God, just giving it away. And
Come and take it. That's
Yeah,
what the flag
yeah.
says, man.
yeah, and they're coming and taking it. You know, so that makes us a bunch of blowhards, don't it?
That's part of the wrestling that goes on, man.
I know, brother.
You know, we've been talking. This is a small step in what direction, I don't know, man. But hey, I gotta run. I gotta run.
I know, brother. I
It's good seeing you,
appreciate
brother.
you very
All
much.
right.
Very
All right,
much.
Wayne. God bless you, bro.
Well, folks, just don't hardly know what to say. It has gotten to the point
You guys be safe. You guys.
where if you're in some places, it is hard to recognize our own country. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
They're here for us. They told me don't talk.
You know, we
Just a step away from don't push it back.
this is pitiful. I mean, this is a public park here, a public park. And I guarantee you, if you cross what they have set up as boundaries now, then you set it up, they set it up as boundaries, and if you cross it, man, they get after you like a duck on a June bug. Well, something's got to give. I'm here because I saw Frank's live video this morning, and it pissed me off. And I'm going to tell you why. Florida boys, people from Florida, coming to my state and hassling citizens of my state. If that doesn't give you an idea of what DeSantis world is going to look like, you ain't watching very close. And I'm telling you, we got to get a handle on this, folks. We got to get a handle on it. If we don't stand, if we don't show up, then I guess you could say we deserve what we get. And I just, honest to God, I hate to see this. Really do. So, mull around what I've been saying and what Frank's been saying. You know, make a decision. Hey, if you don't have the courage to stand up, okay, say you don't have the courage, live with it. But don't hide under the covers. Don't straddle the fence. Don't talk big and not put nothing behind it. Because there are those of us in this state that don't do that. We show up. We do what we can. So I'm going to end with that, and I hope that I hope everybody hits their knees, prays about it, thinks about it, and realizes that we have to stand up. It's not like we have a choice. If we want things to stay the way they are, if we want to keep our freedoms, then that's what we got to do. We got to stand up. So, folks, again, this ain't about Frank and I. This is about our country and our state. That's where our heart's at. We don't make any money off of this. Matter of fact, it puts us in the poorhouse. But you know what? it ain't really going to matter, because if we give it all away, we're all going to be in the poorhouse, every one of us. So everybody that's sitting there and feeling like they got it made, like none of this is going to touch them, well, we'll see who gets the last laugh about that. So thank you. I appreciate you listening to us. And hey, we give God the glory and praise for all things. Period. Thank you. Texas now and forever.